Good morning, Card Community. It's RJ back with another video and a special video again, just like on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, and it is an off day for me normally. But I see a lot of people doing contest VRs for a couple different channels. I did one on Tuesday, and I'm going to do two today. I hope you guys who are running those channels don't mind if I double up on the video. I'll include both of your names in the description of this title of this video, but also in the description below, I'll leave the links for everybody so we can all find you as we need to. Both of these contests are over so far on October 1st. One individual said he might extend it, but with October 1st being Saturday, trying very hard to get these entrants in to fit that deadline. So here we go. First up is a channel out there called DKAHN, DKAHN, Star Trek, Khan. Anyway, DKAHN is saying he wants you to show your favorite card, what card got you going in the hobby. Now, anybody who's watched my channel for a while, I have told this story a number of times. I have shown this card off a number of times. I have entered this same contest before with a different YouTuber, same idea, same concept, so I will show it off again here. So it was, what is the one card that means the most to you? What's your favorite card? What's your coffin card? All that different ways of saying it. What's your number one card? My number one card is this card. And it's not just this card, as in this is a 1978 Topps Mike Schmidt card. It's not that my favorite is a Mike Schmidt 1978 Topps. It is that it is this exact card. What you see here is a card from the first ever pack I opened as a kid in 1978. That was the first year I collected baseball cards, and when I opened this pack, I vividly remember I was in the car. We had just stopped at a car, I'm sure it was a grocery store or a local deli or whatever it was, and they had packs of cards, at the checkout aisle, candy and all the other stuff, and kids yelling at the mom, "Get me, get me, get me, get me!" So I got a pack of cards, and this Mike Schmidt card was the top card when I opened up the pack. This was face up, looking at me when I opened up the package. And this is the exact card I pulled that day. You can see it's beat to heck. It's got a significant crease down here on the corner. There's some surface wear and tear on the card itself. All of the corners are dinged and dented. But this is my card, and it is prominently featured. I keep this in the binder with all my complete set of 1978 that's in the back of the binder, along with a couple other cards that fill out the 9-page or the 9-pocket sleeve. So this is my card. So, Mr. Khan, you have this. I will... you're up first in this little video here, and love to enter your contest. Put me on the list. I'll do everything I need in the descriptions and forward this onto your channel so you have my entry, all right? And to everybody watching, if you haven't heard that story before, you've heard it now. My 1978 Topps Mike Schmidt card, first card from the first pack I ripped as a kid. Next. Individual known as SFIS Sports Cards. He hit 100 subscribers a while ago. He's significantly over that now. Interesting contest he is running. What he had asked is, what is your favorite era of sports collecting? And he was very general about it, pre-war, vintage, 70s, 80s, 60s, 50s, whatever. But he also said, or do you collect regional food issues? Do you collect such and such? Well, my name says it all. It's RJ Collects Sets. I collect full sets. That's what I do. I certainly have a number of singles, but I focus on sets. Now, in focusing on sets, I can't give you an era that I collect. I don't specialize in an era. Outside of sets, I do Mike Schmidt cards. And that's really the focus of my collection. I have vast collections of various baseball memorabilia items that don't fit in any one of those two. But, that's very spotty at best. And they're just kind of like things that are on my shelves or in the walls, or, things I would probably part with if I had to get rid of something. But the sets and the Schmidt aren't going anywhere. So how do I tell you an era that I collect? And then it occurred to me, one of the things I'm really focusing on, really trying to do, and this comes from the fact that the tradingcarddatabase.com actually created a separate category for these kind of card sets. I am working on boxed sets, those little box sets between the early 80s and the mid 90s that you get at all the retail stores. Fleer had a number of them. Topps had a whole bunch. Pretty much it was Fleer and Topps doing them, although a couple other small box sets came out from the other makers. But Topps and Fleer were hands down the kings of little box sets. So I'm going to show you real quick my collection of box sets. So this is one drawer of 3 that I have of all the Fleer box sets starting in 1985. You go down in here, this is the first set. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it must be on the other side. Is this the one? I got the wrong box, I think. I did, I got the wrong box. Here it is. So this is the first box. Come on, get out of there. There it is. The 1985 Fleer limited edition was Fleer's first foray into box sets. And they had a 44 card checklist. And what I love about these box sets, and why I'm trying to literally get every one ever made, I'm trying to get every little box set ever made by Fleer and Topps during those eras. The reason I'm trying to do that is because they're so inexpensive and they have such great stars. I mean, if you look at the back and you look at the leaders, it's always an all-star lineup, Hall of Fame lineup, or whatever. It's just incredible cards. Now these are my Fleer, right there. That is my Fleer run. All right. I have a Topps run. This is my Topps run. Just as many. These are all my little Topps box sets that were, a whole bunch of different retailers. If you look in there, you can see some of the titles. But I absolutely love them. They're filled with, Toys R Us had their rookie stars every year. Sometimes you'd get sets that span decades. Here's the stars of the decade. So you'd get people going back to Hank Aaron, Roberto Clemente. You could get a pack of these cards for, here, $250 was what the price. I think I have a couple that still have the retail tag. So here you go. This is the original sticker for the price of those cards in KB. Originally, it was $2 when it was first bought. This is the one from, this is 89, 88, from 1989. Checkout counter, retail price $2 for this set of 33 cards. And today, it's still worth $2, honestly. All of these little box sets are only worth, $5 or less. And there they are. I mean, for $5, you get either 33 or 44 legends of baseball at your fingertips. So one of the things SFIS Sports Cards said is when you show off the era you collect, and what I'm raving about to you today are box sets. I'm fascinated by these little box sets. I want to collect them all. I want to have them all. I'm on the mission to get them all. They said show off a Hall of Famer and a non-Hall of Famer in your era of specialty. So again, mine's not an era, it's a concentration in box sets. I'm going to show off one specific set to you as you're sitting here. This was the Woolworths Collector Series. This you could get only at Woolworths stores. Topps issued it, It was released in 1985, distributed by Topps through Woolworths, an old general store kind of thing. I don't think any of it exists anymore. But these were the players on the back. And what's great about this, it was all-time record holders, but it had exactly what SFIS Sports Cards is asking for, Hall of Famers and non. So I'm going to cheat a little, just go through the whole set, because the whole set will have many Hall of Famers, but also some odd non-Hall of Famers, and I think it's a great little set to go through. So this is a 44 card set. Topps typically went and did 33 card sets, but this one is a 44 card set. So we got Hank Aaron, obviously all-time record holder in home runs at the time. Grover Cleveland Alexander, who was all-time record holder for a couple different things here. I'm just going to flip it on the back and show you what the record was. Ernie Banks. Every one of these is a Hall of Famer. You can pause and see what the record was. Yogi Berra. And again, you'll think to yourself, you're going to get, with all-time record holders, you'd think you'd get mostly Hall of Famers. Lou Brock. Carlton might have had the all-time strikeout record at that time over Ryan. I don't know. They went back and forth during the 80s for a while. Jack Chesbro is still a Hall of Famer. You're still talking now about people who are in the Hall of Fame. Not one of these guys is not a Hall of Famer yet, but you will find some. Ty Cobb, obviously all-time record holder. Sam Crawford, all-time record holder in triples, I know. Raleigh Fingers. Whitey Ford. And now you get to some guy named Johnny Frederick. So here's a non-Hall of Famer, a guy that nobody knows. But Johnny Frederick from the Brooklyn Dodgers made it into this set. Why? What did he do? He set a major league record with 6 pinch hit home runs during the 1932 season. There you go. Johnny Frederick, a name nobody knows, had an all-time record at one time. Frankie Frisch. Boom. Lou Gehrig. Here's another guy, Jim Gentile. Now, if you're a baseball fan, you might know the name Jim Gentile. He was a little bit more well-known than Johnny Frederick. He tied the Major League record with 5 Grand Slams in one season. That was in '61. Now you got Gooden, who is not a Hall of Famer, but certainly is a well-known person. Ricky Henderson, obviously Seals. Hornsby is your all-time leader in average for a right-hander, but he also has modern batting average for a season. Frank Howard. What did Frank Howard do? Frank Howard set the Major League record with 10 home runs in 1 week. Check that out. Now, Cliff Johnson. Here's a card I love. Like, Cliff Johnson, to me, is one of those players that a lot of people know the trivia question about him, but a guy doesn't set the record he set without being around for a long time, and you don't get to be around for a long time unless you're a quality player. So Cliff Johnson had the Major League record with 19 pinch hit home runs lifetime. He's got a couple other, you can see here, modern Major League records. So Cliff Johnson is one of those guys where if it wasn't for these little box sets, you might never know who these people were. Hub Leonard. Who is Hub Leonard and why is he here? Set the Major League record with an earned run average of 101 in 1914. There you go. Hub Leonard set that record. A lot of other Hall of Famers. I'm going to skip through them real fast here. Dan Quisenberry, I'm sure he had a saves record at the time. Pete Rose, we know. You get, not only do you get these great stars, you get legendary players. You got a Babe Ruth card. There's a Babe Ruth card in this set. There's a Ty Cobb card in this set. There's all these great players that you might never, ever come across. Here's Earl Webb. Nobody knows who Earl Webb is today. People say, you know Earl Webb? I don't, who's Earl Webb? I don't know. Set the Major League record with 67 doubles in 1931. So there's all these little-known players. That Owen Wilson, who in the world is Owen Wilson? I think he's an actor, but that's not what he's here for. This is set the Major League 36 triples in 1912. Again, these little-known nothing players, nobody would ever know who they are without some of these little box sets. And you get legends of the game as well as, unknown players. And they're everywhere in these little box sets. And they're all less than $5. It amazes me more people don't want them. The reason more people don't want them is because there is no value. They want those, you want your PSA graded rookie cards is what you want. Well, I want those too here and there, but I also want these awesome box sets. And I go out of my way to get them. I'm on a mission to have every one ever made. That, sir, Mr. SFIS Sports Cards, is my entrance into your channel. I hope you appreciate it. So, appreciate everybody sticking with me as I rant a little bit on box sets, but also showing off my 1978 Topps Mike Schmidt card. And one more look at that guy. Those are my entrance into two great channels and their videos. I'm going to put a link to both channels in the description below. Please take time to go check them out. You got like 2 more days to get your videos in, so, get on that. And hopefully a very well-deserving individual out there will win some great prizes from these guys, all right? Thanks again for watching my channel. Please check out those 2 guys. Please check out my channel. I'll be back again on Friday with more stuff. Thanks for watching. Take care.